Hey everybody, welcome to the Logan Power Show. It's me, your host, Calvin Logan, the Smiling Cat here live here at the Scotts Grand, 5060 Dorchester Road here in Charleston, South Carolina. Well, hey, you know what? I got an author here. She's making a lot of pathway to the United States, and she's going to be one of the best world-renowned authors that we ever heard before. Her name is Miss Brany Hunt. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great. Glad to have you on the show.
Glad to be here.
Hey, it took me a while. I don't know how it happened, but someone connected us together, and you know what? I got her here on the show. She has a book that I'm telling you is going to have you on pins and needles called Dealing with the Hand I Was Dealt. Dealing with the Hand I Was Dealt. It goes through her life story, her challenges that she's gone through. I'm telling you, I'm going to do less talking. I'm going to let her do the talking. So, Brandy, tell us what makes Brandy.
I believe what makes me is that my passion and my drive. Everything in life things are going to happen in this life. Storms are going to come, but if you have passion and you have drive, you will get to where you're going.
Okay. Well, hey, we're starting off good. You know, that's what gives you drive. Now, I know that you're currently living in Greenville, South Carolina.
Yes, sir.
And you're rocking it out. Now, this book, Dealing with the Hand I Was Dealt. Now you got the got the cards here. Look at the rolling the dice. I'm telling you, it's a great cover. Tell us about the book, Dealing with the Hand I Was Dealt.
Well, in my personal opinion, it is a phenomenal book, not just because I wrote it, but because it was penned by God. It was given to me by God. In just the midst of my pain and the midst of my struggles, I didn't understand why I kept going through the same cycles and the same circles in life. I was dealing with the same kind of men. I was dealing with the same kind of people. I was raped. I was molested. I was just in some very bad situations. I kept getting painful situations over and over again. I just started to cry out to God, what's wrong with me? Why can't I be somebody? And he told me that I was somebody, and I just needed to start speaking it and go after what it is that he put inside of me. But first I had to go back and deal with my pain. And my pain came from when I was 13 years old. My father passed away. Actually, we're in the anniversary week of his passing away. He passed away the day before Father's Day. That's really tough for a 13-year-old to have to go through. So I started looking for love, what the cliche says, in the wrong places. I ended up in the wrong beds, and I ended up in a bed of affliction. And so I just began to cry out to God. I was always saved. I always went to church. Church wasn't my issue. My issue was that I didn't feel loved. I didn't feel appreciated. I didn't feel accepted. And I just wanted to kill myself and be gone. So I understand the teenager struggles these days. I understand wanting to be loved and accepted. But the Bible tells us that we're already the beloved. We're already accepted. We're already made whole. We're already renewed. So there's no need for us to go find something that we already have. If I have a plate of food in front of me and I'm hungry, I can eat it right then and I'm fulfilled. There's no need for me to go eat again unless I'm just still hungry. So unless God is not fulfilling that place in you, you need to stay with him and stick with him until he fulfills you to the capacity. He says that if we stick with him, his love is everlasting and overflowing.
Wow, I mean, she has a lot of things going on. Molestation, rape, father lost at an early age. I can testify that when my mother passed when I was 19 on Mother's Day. I can testify heartache and pain. And you said find love in all the wrong places. I did that myself, made some bad choices. So I know that it's not easy as people make it sound. So for people that are watching right now, because they got a whole bunch of questions. People got all those questions and answers. You know, God brought you through X, Y, and Z. Definitely want to buy the book now. So you have a full understanding of what her trials and tribulations she's been through. So you have a great understanding of what it takes for God to bring you through. You know, looking at her now, hey, the affliction's gone, but God brought her through the entire process. I think a lot of times we get caught and say, well, I got myself through that. No, yeah. God got you through that. There's always a higher power that got you that situation where you see a person playing sports and the person made the basket and it's an unbelievable shot. Well, I know it's a higher power. Or a person who's been in the military, been overseas in a bad situation, God got you through that. Or people that have been molested and say, you'll never, ever be the same again, but God got you through that. Now for you, you found love in all the wrong places. You got a lovely daughter. You
Yes.
talk about, for instance, you've been divorced now going on 3 years.
Yes, sir.
What is the transition? Because now you're at the single mom stage. You have a book that's talking about dealing with the hand I was dealt. Sometimes you feel the hand that you were dealt is fair. That's the question.
I believe it's fair because I believe that God doesn't do anything by mistake. The Bible tells us again that all things work together for the good of those that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. So if we're called, no matter what we're going through, whether we're battling cancer, we're battling a bad breakup, we're battling being fired from our job, a divorce, no matter what it is, we cannot be afraid to confront that thing that we're afraid of, because it's not until you confront it that you will be an overcomer, which is also what the Bible calls us. So we cannot be overcomers until we overcome it. So we can't be afraid to go into our affliction. When a soldier gets to the battlefield, he doesn't run, he doesn't tuck tail and hide. He goes to fight his battle so that he can overcome and get to the next stage. And it was only until I went to find my pain and face it head on and say, if one of us is going down, it's not going to be me, it's going to be you. And so once I was able to do that, whether it's being a single parent, whether it's being a divorcee, whatever the things of life call me, I still know that I'm called by God. I still know that I'm in the beloved. I still know who I am. So therefore, these things don't matter to me anymore. The weight of the world doesn't really rest upon my shoulders. It rests on God's shoulders. So why can't I be happy? Why can't I have joy? Why can't I walk into a room like I own it? Why can't I walk in and believe that everybody here came to see me and has something good to say about me and is not judging me based on what I look like on the outside? Even if they are, I don't carry that weight with me anymore.
That's a big thing in life, when you're carrying weight. People go a lot in our society. We go by the external, not the internal. When someone's going through something internally, sometimes you can hide it and take that facade out, like, hey, that person looks handsome, or she looked gorgeous, that kind of thing. You can hide it, or that car looks phenomenal, or that house looks great, but you don't look at the internal part of the actual person or the building or the vehicle of is it able to stand. Right. That's the biggest thing. But you are standing, and you are a fighter and foundation. And the thing that what takes me back is that you've been through so much, you smile about it, and you're able to move on. A lot of people are not able to make that transition, saying, I've been through so many things, and I'm able to talk about it. What are some things if a person's looking at right now and going through these trials right now? They're currently in the situation. You're out. What would you tell them to help them get out right now?
I would say find the thing that has you stuck and remove it. If it's a person, a man, a woman, if it's the job, whatever it is that you feel like has you bound up, that thing probably doesn't have you as much as you have it. If you have to practice letting it go, do it every single day. Block their number, block their text messages, don't answer the phone. It's a process. And I use relationships because we all value relationships. And as women, we were born into a relationship. We were walked to Adam and said, here's your man. Y'all were working before we got here. So you value a job probably more than you may value a relationship. But that's how we were born. So you have to practice releasing that thing over and over. And I didn't get like this overnight. I cried for years. My father died 20 years ago. And I'm just now able to not cry when I say my father died. That was very painful for me, but I continued to smile about it. I continued to wash myself in the word. I continued to believe that just because he passed away doesn't mean that he's dead. He's alive in my spirit. I have several pictures. I have wonderful memories. Even when I was also ganged on a beach by 10 men, I didn't know. Why do I have a target on my back? But it's not for me to decide why God picked these afflictions for me. It's only my responsibility of how I respond. So if I respond as the Christian, as the woman of God that he called me to be, I can only be a conqueror as what he called me to be on the other end.
Yeah, see, this is what we talk about, having faith and knowing who you are, knowing that God can bring through anything. A lot of things, it hurts my heart. The reason why I say that because I'm a father. I have 2 sons and 1 daughter. My wife, we've been married 10 plus years. Me personally, if someone had attacked my daughter, I'd be in an uproar. I'm just let you know. 13 plus years in the military. I'm gonna be quite honest. I'm gonna tell Uncle Sam I'm out. Peace. Put me in jail for 20 plus years. My family's more important to me than my title. And for you, I know that you overcome it. And the thing about it, I don't feel sorry for you. I'm glad that you've overcome, but I know that you're like a hero in regards to what I see how God has took you to the next level. And it does help a lot of people. And from this book, have you gone into some more of a teaching or pastoral role? Because you've written this book, you laid out the foundation of what you've been through, how to overcome some of these hurdles. Has your role changed to people now?
It has tremendously. God, when he said he's going to do something swiftly, he does it. So I went from I never sat in the back of a church. I always loved to be in the front, but now I've spiritually gone to the front as well. Women come to me, they inbox me, they call me, can you help? I will help pull you out. If you say you're ready to come out, I don't care what it is, drugs. I work with domestic violence. I work with child abuse. I work with all kind of people who are just feel like they're just stuck in the circles of life, whether it's ministering, pastoring. I have several people that just come to me and say, please help me. And you know what? It's not money. They just want somebody to talk to. They just want somebody to say, you know what? I will be there for you, because nobody was there for me. I felt like I couldn't call anybody. Not that there weren't people there, not people that wouldn't judge me. People that wouldn't say, oh, you slept with him, or you did this, or you smoked that, or you were out to what time of night, or you went where. I need somebody that can remind me of who God said I am. I know I read it in the Bible, but sometimes you feel like God is far away, and you need a living, breathing human being to say, I got you. It doesn't matter how long it's going to take, I got you. And I'm that person. That's who I am. I'm the person you call me at 3 a.m. and say, I need you to come and get me before I do something that's going to wreck my life. I'll be there.
See, that's the thing when we learn in ministry, you got to know that it's a no judgment zone. That's the kind of person I am, no judgment zone. Because you never know when someone's going through something, and that you could be the pivotal changing point to transform their life to higher heights.
Right.
And I think that's where we get to a better understanding. And we're so happy for what you're doing. Kate, take a look now. Miss Brany Hunt, she's going to be, like I said, worldwide. Trust me. Trust me, this book right here is going to be New York's bestseller. I guarantee it. I guarantee it right now. Get the book now. Dealing with the hand I was dealt. The information on the screen, how to contact her, how to email her. Let us know what you're going through. We are connected with so many different type of community outreaches, from domestic violence. People have hit in hard times. The Logan Power Show is about the community, and we are about you. But I thank you again for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh yes, you've been a blessing to us. Now, for someone who's watching right now, and they are going through some trials or tests, or to talk about yourself, and let's fast forward 3-5 years from now, and you seeing yourself what you are like. If you can talk to yourself, tell yourself, where do you want to be these next 3-5 years from now?
Gosh. Well, in 3 to 5 years, of course, we all want to be rich. So I'll say that one first. I do want to be on the New York bestsellers list. I also am pursuing a degree in criminal justice because I want to help women who are in domestic situations. I want to be a violence advocate as well as child abuse. I also picture myself married. And just, reaching out to the community. I hope to have like a big conference with thousands of people showing up. Deal with it is the name of it. Deal with it and win. Because that's what I plan to do.
Hey, that's it. It's all in a nutshell. It's here. It's been spoken over. It's prophetically done. Hey, I claim it for you. And, it's done in Jesus' name. We know that what you're going to actually do is going to catapult, change women and men, children. I think it's a great thing. But, hey, that's the time I got here, the Logan Power Show. We thank you for all your support, your love that you've shown to us. Hey, show love to Brandy. I'm telling you right now, she's going to make a difference for you in your life. She's humble. Hey, she'll be married 3-5 years from now. Her Mr. Right's going to be out there. He's probably watching the show right now. Trust me. Okay, so we thank you all again for tuning into the show. Thank you, the best part of the Logan Power Show. My name is Calvin Logan. We love y'all, and we will see you next week.